segment 2 on the Danny Vegas Live Show. Welcome back. We are worldwide, and as we do every week, we bring in a business titan here in Las Vegas, and we're welcoming back for a second appearance on the show, John Pennington. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Danny.
Hey, yeah. And I was, like I said, in the first segment, we got plenty of time here. So on the first segment, I was telling everybody, hey, we have a lot of great business coaches out there who make their money coaching, and I've been coached, and I've listened to people who have been coached, and that's great. But I will tell you, when you can sit down and speak with someone who is in the battle, out there, writing on the side, there's a mentality of people who stroke the back of a check and someone who flips it over and signs the front of a check. Okay, when you sign the front of a check, you are in the battle, baby. You are out there making it happen, learning the lessons, moving forward, one step back, 2 steps forward, payroll, all that stuff. When you get a chance to sit down and speak with someone like that about advice about business, take advantage. That's what we're doing today. John Pennington from Double A is in the battle. 5 years now, right, John?
That's right. 5.5 now.
5.5 years. And the last time you were on the show, we talked a little bit about the history of the shop and the brand and how you kind of got into it and you had a partner and you just like, wow, this partner doesn't think the same way I do, and we're basically on 2 different pages. So you took over the brand and you started building the brand and the shop and all that.
Yes. That's what the thing is. As any entrepreneur knows that they have a vision. You have to have a vision. You have to be committed. Some people go with partnership, and they don't have the same vision as you.
Right.
The company I started with, I went to try and learn from him and found out his work ethics wasn't that great, and his vision wasn't as far as I wanted to go, and that's why I just decided to go out on my own.
Go out on your own.
Yeah.
Now, do you think we could, we kind of, before the show started, we're gonna talk about a few things, but have you, in your years, you see them come, you see them go, I don't know if I can sit there and name on one hand where people have started with partners and it just turned out great. It just seems like it never, ever does. And I think when the bloom comes off the rose and all of a sudden all the people stop shouting your name, all your friends and family, with all hoorays and backslapping, then reality kind of sets in.
Right. Like any business, we're all motivated at first to start, and you get a partner and they're like, yeah, we're motivated. I'm a self-motivated person myself, and I have tried with other people before my printing business to start a mobile spray tanning business.
Okay.
And he told me, get a spray tanning machine and we'll start doing mobile spray tanning. And so I went and scrapped as much money as I can, and I went and bought a spray tanning machine. And then he turned around and said, oh, we should push this and then start getting a salon. Well, the niche was mobile.
Right.
So they start thinking differently from what the way you're thinking. You got to say, well, I'm going to make my own way now.
Right.
Or sometimes you'll do all the work and they'll just string along with you.
Right.
And then you go, wait a minute, I'm doing everything and they're not. Then you got to break away again. I believe that if you have a dream and you want to open a business, you should go for it yourself, because it's your vision, it's your dream. Nobody else could come along and build your dream. So the same way with people out there, and this is for entrepreneurs who are talking about starting a business, everybody says you need a business plan. You do need a business plan. You can't go to somebody and say, hey, I need to write a business plan, or the SBA, I need you to write my business plan for me, because they don't see your vision. I'm saying this because that's what I did. I went there and I was asking them, help me write my business plan, but I was hoping they would write it.
Right.
We all do, because business plan, we weren't taught this at school.
Right.
So you have to write the business plan, because every time you can open business, you have to have a business plan, but you have to write it. And that's just something I want to put out there, because we as entrepreneurs, we all go to all these places and we want them to do it.
Right.
So that is one thing I'd say to you is you write the business plan or your executive summary of what you want, so you can have a vision to do it. If you're going to go and try and get money for business, you need a business plan. If you have money yourself, you have your vision of what you want, then build it. I've written 5 business plans, and you never stick to it, but it helps you.
Okay.
It keeps you on track.
Okay.
And that's what I've done with my shop, because starting a business doesn't come with a training manual. You learn as you go. You could write a business plan as much as you want, but when it hits the fan,
Yes.
everything goes out the window, and it's all about survival now.
That's right. We're going to get into that. Like Mike Tyson says, everybody has a great plan until they get hit in the face. And then all of a sudden, the plan just goes right out the window.
Yep.
And you're right. When you get into the fight, especially in the beginning, it is all about survival. And I don't think, a lot of young entrepreneurs, and we talked about this before the show, and I want to get your comment on it. And this is what I hear all the time from clients, especially young clients. It's they just expect their business to really just start rolling in the dough. I don't know, 9 months, 8 months, 6 months. Some like I said, and I may get in trouble here. They kind of get infected with an unscrupulous MLM person who tells them they're going to be rich in 5 months and all that stuff. And even if they're not in an MLM, it's the same thing. Hey, I've been doing this at 9 months, and I'm still struggling, John.
Yes. And you know what? I get to meet those people coming into my shop too,
Okay.
because I do business cards, and they come in and say, I started this new business. I need business cards for it. So we print them up business cards.
Right.
3 months later, they come back again. Hey, I just got this out of business I'm starting to do now, and they need new business cards. People don't give it time. Anything you do that's worth it is going to take time. If I'd have given up 9 or 10 months into starting my shop, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
That's right.
Because I went through the grind. I've told you guys, even on my grand opening, I was in my backyard, as I said, showering a 5-gallon bottle of water.
Right.
Power was off, water off, losing my home,
Yeah.
both my properties. Anyone would have gone, I'm done. I'm going to go and get a 9-to-5 job so I could start making money. But I made a decision that I'm going to go for it because I could see the vision of what I can do. So if you're starting up a business out there, you have to give it time. But the thing is, you just can't sit back and wait for the business to come to you. You have to go out, which means you have to go to networking events like Danny Vegas events, the Largest Mixer, the Las Vegas Women Magazine. These are places I go. The Cosmopolitan as well events. I go to these events to meet people and network and brand. And you have to do that. You can't say, well, it's 5 o'clock, I'm going home. Because as a business owner, 5 o'clock doesn't mean nothing to you.
I want to stop right there. That was the $1 million thing. We've already said $10 million worth of thing. If you're a business owner, 5 o'clock means nothing to you. Okay, put that on a T-shirt. Okay, put it on a bumper sticker and stick it where the sun don't shine. But I tell you what, 5 o'clock means nothing to you. That is a $1 million money shot quote right there on the Danny Vegas live show from someone who knows. Because, John, not a lot of people know this story, but the day you had your grand opening, you started in 2010, housing bubble, all that. You were literally in the backyard of your house, no power, showering for your grand opening with a bucket of water.
Yeah, a bottle of water.
A bottle of water, okay? Yeah. And you're trying to tell me that 5 o'clock means something to you as an owner of a business? And I tell you, John, I try to tell people all the time, if your business was a baby, okay, 10 months, you're still changing diapers, man. Okay,
Yeah.
If your business was a baby, it's not even going to be able to think for itself. Probably 3 to 4 years. Okay,
Right.
So think of it in that respect. And and like you said, time, people just don't give it enough time. And I don't know. Well, in this segment with this, I want to ask you a question. Do you think an entrepreneur, can you learn to be an entrepreneur, or do you have to be born an entrepreneur?
I think you have to have it in you, okay, which means you're born.
You're born that way.
You're born, because there's certain things. I mean, someone sent me a list on Facebook of 50 things to know that you're an entrepreneur.
Right.
And I went down that list, and there was a lot of things there, because it was from I was at school. I was the kid that walked along the dinner line saying to the dinner lady, I'm going to be rich and famous one day. I was 12 years old.
Yep.
I'm going to be rich and famous one day. I don't know where that came from. And then I was trying to open a dry cleaning business when I was 16 years old.
Right.
I don't know where that came from. It was just in me. I wanted to be successful. And I try to focus on that. And Like I said, I've tried to start so many business. I've written so many business plans, but
Right.
the only thing that used to hurt me was no money.
No money.
So
We're going
I-
to get into
yeah.
that, John. Next
Okay.
segment. This is Danny Vegas. Stand by for segment 3. This is classic. This is $1 million stuff. We'll be back.